The previous episode of the Toronto Thunderbirds franchise here on Madden 25, we had a massive game as we went to Buenos Aires to take on the relocated Saints, where we won 44-13. Now hopefully in today's episode our offense can keep rolling like that, because in today's episode we take on 86 overall Joshua Mann and the Los Angeles Rams. At running back it'll be an 88 overall Kyron Williams. Over at wide receiver is a 96 in Puka Nacua, a 79 in Alexander Patterson, and an 80 overall in A.D. Mitchell. At tight ends, a 74 overall, left tackle is going to be a 79, left guard's an 83, center is an 80, right guard's a 78, and right tackle will be an 84. Now over on defense, they do have an 86 overall at left end with Kobe Turner, right end's a 67 overall. I feel like y'all could probably put a better person there, but I guess not unless you want to go with an outside linebacker. Defensive tackle is a 74 overall and a 78. Outside linebacker will be a 90 overall in Jared Verse. Middle linebacker is an 80. Right outside linebacker will be an 85. And then at corner, an 86 and an 82 overall. Free safety is going to be a 77, and strong safety will be a 79. But this could be a very interesting matchup. Yes, the Rams are 1-2, but they seem to have a pretty high-powered offense. We come in as the number 5 offense in points per game, but they're the number 6 and the number 1 in passing yards per game. But on the other end, we are 4th in defensive points per game, and they are 28th, allowing 30.6 a game. So yeah, there's a chance our offense could go off today. The Rams would get the ball first, but went 3 and out in simulation, so Toronto comes on the field. It's a 1st and 10 from the 36 as we hand off to Pearson, our rookie back, who gets the first down all the way to the 24-yard line. That's going to lead to Richardson back in a shotgun set again. I believe that's still Pearson at running back, and we go back to him again to the outside, and Will Pearson this time with an 8-yard carry. 4 carries for 30 yards to start today. It's a little bit weird because Madden doesn't tend to run the ball a whole lot with this playbook, but now Richardson will drop back, and we're going to throw it to Pearson, who had the easiest catch of his life and could not bring it in. That will bring up a 3rd and 2. He comes out in a pistol set. Pearson is the running back, but Richardson will look to pass. He throws this one downfield. He finds Dylan Kruger, our star tight end, down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Thunderbirds. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. Pearson is still the running back here. And Richardson will look to pass. Standing in the pocket. Now going to the end zone, and he will find Brian Duvall. Touchdown Toronto as we take a 7-0 lead. But the Rams are able to respond with a 47-yard touchdown to Puka Nacua in simulation, so we are tied up at 7. The Thunderbirds have a possible 3 and out following that score on 3rd and 10, going downfield to absolutely nobody. We will punt it away. We are now going to jump ahead just a bit into the second quarter. It's still 7-7. We face a 3rd and 1 from the 41. Richardson with a quick throw, and we will find, I believe, Brian Duvall for the first down to about the 33. A 1st and 10, and Richardson will look to pass. A quick throw caught by Kruger, who will get to the outside for a gain of about 8 yards. 2nd and 2 coming up. It'll be another shotgun set, and Will Pearson is still lined up in the backfield. But Richardson will look to pass. Going over the middle, and he will find Jamison Williams, who has the first down, broke that tackle, and had to get the first down back. But it will be a 1st and 10 now at the 22-yard line for Toronto. Richardson once again with a shotgun set. Pearson still the running back, and this time we'll fake it to Pearson, going downfield, and through traffic, he finds Brian Duvall. Touchdown Toronto. And now for the first time today, we will see the defense, or at least watch them. It's a 3rd and 18. From their own 32 as the Rams will drop back. He goes over the middle, finds his man, and they will once again have to punt this ball away. However, unfortunately, we would go for a 3 and out. They get the ball back and are now at our 22-yard line in the final 2 minutes of the first half, and that one's going to fall incomplete to bring up a 3rd down. Now it'll be a shotgun set again. On 3rd and 5, Mann will draw back. He's under pressure, gets away from Tony George, and then will throw this ball away, and they should bring out their field goal unit. But in simulation, their field goal kicker would actually miss the try, so we take over at the 29 with under 2 minutes to go in the first half, and we'll find Brian Duvall for a gain of 7 to start this drive. We do have all 3 timeouts, and we elect to not burn one there. From the 36-yard line, Richardson will drop back to pass. He's going to fire this one downfield. That's caught by Dylan Kruger into Rams territory, brought down to the 42. It'll be another shotgun set. Pearson is still the running back here. He's going to send, I believe, Joe Wayne in motion. So he'll drop back and look to pass, going to the outside, and that'll be dropped by Will Pearson. I feel like that was a pretty risky throw. Could have very easily ended up an interception, which probably would have been a pick 6. Now with 37 seconds to go in the half, we go over the middle and find our man for a gain of about 7 yards and burn our first time out. 3rd and 3 from the Rams 35-yard line with 34 seconds to go in the half, and Richardson will look to pass, and he will find Jameson Williams, who breaks that tackle. Now up the sideline inside the 10-5 and shoved out at the 7-yard line. I said he was inside the 5, obviously did not get there, but I'll still take that big gain. And because he got out of bounds, it lets us save one of our timeouts. Now 27 seconds to go here in the first half. Richardson to the outside, a wide open Will Pearson, touchdown Toronto. Following that, we also get the ball to start the second half, and we drive right downfield for another touchdown. This one to Jameson Williams, and we are up 28-7. Later on in the third quarter, and we have the ball again. We are at the Rams' 22-yard line, facing a 2nd and 1. He'll send Dylan Kruger in motion. Now Richardson will look to pass. A quick throw caught by Kruger for the first down. He'll fight his way down to the 13. Quarterback Ben Richardson already with 4 passing touchdowns today. Will we see number 5 on this drive? He will drop back and look to pass to the outside. That'll be caught for a gain of about 3 yards to bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 9. Now our running back is still going to be Will Pearson on the next play as we come back in shotgun. We could give it to our rookie running back, or we could send Dylan Kruger in motion and then send him right back. Now Richardson will look to pass again, going to the outside and missing Sidney Peters that time. 3rd and 7 coming up, and it will be a pistol set for Toronto. Pearson still in the backfield, and we fake it to him, looking to pass. Richardson to the outside, got rid of that at the last possible second, but we should send out kicker Glenn Griffin. With that field goal, we would make it 31-7 on the Rams' next drive. They have driven down inside the red zone. Man looking to pass to the outside, that'll be caught, cuts up field, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown Los Angeles. The Rams would actually go for 2 in simulation and not get it, so it remains 31-13. Now we have a 3rd and 6 here at the Rams' 26-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 1. But Ben Richardson does go over 300 passing yards today, as we will just send out Glenn Griffin for what should be a pretty easy field goal for him of about 38 yards. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and it is good. But there is a flag. Did they run into the kicker here? Personal foul? Roughing the kicker. That's an automatic first down. We're going to get to keep the ball. That will move it up to the 11-yard line, where we come out with a 5-wide set now. Richardson will drop back to pass, looking for touchdown pass number 5 to the end zone, and finds Brian Duvall, but he could not get 2 feet down. Now out of a shotgun set, he'll drop back, going to the outside, caught by Jameson Williams, and there will be touchdown pass number 5 today as we go up 38-13. And from there, we're just going to go to the end of this game. So we improved to 4-0 on the season with a relatively easy victory. Our defense played really well against this high-powered offense. And yeah, I can see why their defense allows 30 points per game, because Ben Richardson kind of murdered them all day, to the tune of 27 of 37 for 312 yards and 5 touchdowns. On the ground, Will Pearson ran the ball 20 times for 99 yards. And then receiving, Dylan Kruger 10 for 113, Jameson Williams 7 for 107 and 2 scores, Brian Duvall 4 for 44 and 2 scores, and Will Pearson even caught a touchdown. It looks like Emmett Ward is going to be the one to lead our team in tackles today with a total of 7 in sacks. Tracy Wilcox got 1.5, Jalen Carter got 1, and Tony George got half of 1. But we did get 0 interceptions. Joshua Mann goes 17 of 30 for 250 yards and 2 scores. On the ground, 54 yards from Kyron Williams. And then receiving, Puka Nacua 8 for 140 and a score, easily their best receiver. But Alexander Patterson also came away with a touchdown. Before we get into week 5 against the Dallas Cowboys, I do want to go over some of the players ready to negotiate, because it is a pretty big list. And a lot of these guys are like kind of key to the team. You have Tracy Wilcox, who is our defensive captain and our star middle linebacker. You also have Austin Acosta, who has been really good for us, Emmett Ward, Jameson Williams, Dax Hill, Keaton Mitchell, Jaleel Torrance. There is going to be a lot of decisions to be made going into this offseason, and I want to try to get some of them done throughout the year, like middle linebacker Tracy Wilcox, who we are going to give a pretty substantial contract. He doesn't have a lot of interest in coming back here, but we'll see if he takes this. And yeah, so Tracy Wilcox will be coming back. I would also like to just get Austin Acosta under contract, a 6-year deal. Sure, I'm fine with that. And yeah, so we get our 2 main issues locked down with our middle linebacker. I'm not super worried about receiver. Corner we'll definitely have to worry about, because Dax Hill, Emmett Ward, I believe Jaleel Torrance, and AJ Terrell, that's our top 4 corners. So we'll probably end up bringing a couple of them back. But moving on, now the Dallas Cowboys are still rolling with Dak Prescott at quarterback. He's down to a 79 overall. At running back, they do have a 94 overall in Austin Bell. And then over at wide receiver, a 98 in CeeDee Lamb, an 87 in Devin Stewart, and a 79 in Joe Meredith. At tight ends, an 87 Jake Ferguson. Left tackle is going to be an 85. Left guard is a 92. Center is a 63 overall. Right guard is an 81. And right tackle is going to be an 82. Over on defense, they have a 72 overall at left end. Right end's a 70 overall. Defensive tackle is going to be an 81. Outside linebacker, Micah Parsons at a 98. Middle linebacker is going to be an 81. Right outside linebacker is a 69 overall. Then at corner, a 92 in Deron Bland, an 84 in Trayvon Diggs. Free safety is an 80 overall in Trey Stackhouse, and strong safety is Jazario Morrell, an 87 overall. Obviously, in the last two games, our offense has been rolling. We are up to the second in points per game, and the Cowboys really only have rushing yards per game over us, and then opponent rushing yards per game, but that's only by about 1.5 yards. So we'll see if our offense can keep doing what they've been doing. We're immediately going to jump a little bit into the first quarter. We have both had a possession and ended up punting, but now Dallas is going downfield with a 24-yard touchdown pass to CeeDee Lamb. But it does look like quarterback Brian Richardson would love to respond. A 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll drop back to pass. A quick throw over the middle will fall incomplete, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Now Richardson's going to come out as the only one in the backfield. He will drop back and look to pass again, rolling to the outside. Now he's going to let this one go to the back corner of the end zone, and he misses Dylan Kruger. I think he was trying to make it a jump ball. Obviously put a little bit too much on it. That leads to a 3rd and 10. If we don't get this, as long as we don't turn it over, we should get a field goal out of this drive. Going to the other side, and he's going to find Jamison Williams for the 1st down to set up a 1st and goal. With Will Pearson in the backfield still. And we actually give it to the rookie back to the outside. And Will Pearson, I thought he was going to score. Brought down at the 1-yard line. That brings up a 2nd and goal. Do we go back to the rookie back? No, we don't. Richardson looks to pass under pressure and getting sacked on the play by Micah Parsons. You've got to get rid of the ball quicker. You should have known they were coming. Now it's a 3rd and goal from about the 7-yard line. Ben Richardson back in his shotgun set again. Will drop back and look to pass. Going to the outside. Caught by Sidney Peters. And a touchdown for Toronto. Should tie this one up. Jumping a bit further ahead. It is still all tied up at 7. And we are now in the 2nd quarter. It's a 3rd and 10 from the Cowboys 37. Going downfield and missing everybody. We should see Glenn Griffin come out for about a 54-yard field goal try. We'll see if we can take a 3-point lead. Just not a whole lot is going on in this game so far. The kick is away, and the kick will be good. We will jump in here and see if we can actually finish the 3 and out. It's a 3rd and 18. Dak is dropping back to pass. He'll step up and throw deep downfield. Finds his man. He got murdered, but held on to it. Just a couple plays later, it's a 3rd and inches from about the 39-yard line. Dak goes under center. It'll be a handoff to Bell to the outside, and Austin Bell has the 1st down. Now Zach is going to come out as the only one in the backfield from the Toronto 34. He'll drop back to pass. He's going to the outside. That one will be caught, and that's going to be a gain of about 10 yards. We apparently are going to waste a timeout by challenging that. It would not get overturned, obviously. 2nd and inches under pressure, and he is getting sacked on the play by Corey Bailey. That now sets up a 3rd and 12 for the Cowboys. Dak back in shotgun. We'll drop back to pass again. Now he's going to go downfield and get intercepted by Lyle Blue. And Blue to the outside may have a chance to take this one all the way back. Inside the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and a touchdown for Toronto. We go up 17-7. But Dak is looking to respond. He's gotten back down to the 24-yard line with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. A quick throw to the outside, caught by CeeDee Lamb, who is going to get all the way down to the 1-yard line, setting up a 1st and goal. Now this will be an I formation for the Cowboys. I imagine this is going to Bell. Never mind, it goes to their fullback, and he doesn't get anything. They actually rule he lost a yard. It'll bring up a 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line. Dak goes under center. Bell is still the running back. This time they do go to Bell up the middle, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. They will make this a 3-point game right before halftime. But Toronto does get the ball to start the second half, so let's see what we can do with it. From the 30, we're going to start with a handoff to Pearson to the outside. That's going to get nothing on the play. 2nd and 10. Richardson's going to go right back under center, and it looks like the running back is still the same, but there will be a flag. Is that going to be a false start or an encroachment? It's going to be encroachment on Dallas. That moves it up to be a 2nd and 5. Ben Richardson back in shotgun. Pearson is still the running back. We're going to send Dylan Kruger in motion. Now he drops back and will look to pass. He's going to try to go to Kruger, but miss him to bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun set now for Toronto. Pearson still the running back here from the 35-yard line. He'll drop back and go downfield. He finds Jamison Williams, which will keep this drive alive to about the 45-yard line. Richardson back in a shotgun set. Will Pearson still the running back. Do we ever go back to him? Yes, we will, and he'll go up the middle and maybe have gotten a few yards. They ruled a 3-yard carry. Now that brings up a 2nd and 7. Richardson back in shotgun. We'll take the snap, and we go back to Pearson, but this one is blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up a 3rd and 11, as that was a loss of 4 on the rush attempt. So now from our own 44-yard line, can we convert to keep this drive alive? Richardson out of shotgun will drop back and look to pass, dropping farther back. And he's going to let this one go deep downfield, but it gets knocked away, trying to get it to Jamison Williams, and we'll punt it away to the Cowboys. But in simulation, our defense would come up big and force another punt. So now it's a 3rd and 4 for us on our next drive, but that may be a flag against the Cowboys, and it will be. That gave Toronto an automatic 1st down here at the 46-yard line of the Cowboys. It also moved us into Cowboys territory. We're going to send Dylan Kruger in motion. Richardson will drop back to pass. Standing in the pocket now goes downfield. He finds Dylan Kruger, who gets by his man, has a huge gain all the way down to the 12-yard line for Toronto. That will bring up a 1st and 10 with a shotgun set. Toronto will look to pass, going to the end zone. A wide open Jamison Williams, touchdown Thunderbirds. But Dak and the Cowboys are not going to go away in this game quietly. They have moved down to the 2-yard line for a 1st and goal. Handoff to the back, and Austin Bell is blown up in the backfield. The Cowboys would then suffer an injury along their offensive line. That brings up a 2nd and goal from the 5, but it does stop the clock here. Dak will drop back to pass, rolling to the outside. He may just take off, and he will. Touchdown, Cowboys. This is once again a 3-point game. On our next drive, we go into the 4th quarter. It's a 3rd and 2 from our own 38-yard line. Looking to keep this drive moving. Richardson with a quick throw will find his man. It's Jamison Williams for the 1st down. Brought down to the 43. That is his 8th catch today. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. Looks like Will Pearson still going to be the running back as Richardson will look to pass. Rolling to the outside, escaping the pressure, and now he's going to take off. Getting close to the marker, he'll slide down for a 9-yard scramble. That brings up a 2nd and 1 from the 48. We give it to Pearson, who goes up the middle and gets the 1st down to the Cowboys' 39-yard line. Under 10 minutes to play in the game. Richardson with another shotgun formation. Are we going to keep running the ball? No, we won't. It will be a pass play. Richardson dropping farther back. And now finally gets rid of the ball, and that one's going to go incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10, where we will once again come out in a shotgun set. Will Pearson is still the running back here, but Richardson will look to pass. A quick throw over the middle will be caught. That's Sidney Peters to set up a 3rd and 3 at the Cowboys' 32. Right now, we are still within field goal range for kicker Glenn Griffin, but I would like to just get the 1st down and chew off a bit more clock and possibly make it a 2-score game again. We'll send Kruger in motion just to be sent right back. Richardson looking to pass. We'll throw this one to the outside. Caught by Pearson, and he will not get the 1st. That'll bring up a 4th and 3, where we will send out kicker Glenn Griffin for about a 48-yard try. The snap, hold, kick is away, and we have a 6-point lead with 8:12 remaining in regulation. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys will start from their own 30. Rolling to the outside, throwing on the run. He finds his man, and that will be a 1st down to the 42. Now it's going to be an I formation for the Cowboys. Austin Bell is lined up in the backfield. He will take the snap, and they play fake it to Bell. Dak looking to go downfield, under pressure, throws on the run, finds the running back who they faked it to, and he has the 1st down into Toronto territory. Under 7 minutes to go in the game. Dak lines up under center. We'll take the snap, and they give it to Bell. And Bell, right up the middle, has another 1st down. This one to the 30 of Toronto. Now it's a shotgun set for the Cowboys. About 6.5 minutes to go. Dak will drop back and look to pass. Going to the outside. That one's caught by Bell, who will be met and brought out of bounds for just a 3-yard play. Officially under 6 minutes to go now with a 5-wide set. And it looks like we are pressing every single receiver. Dak will drop back, going over the middle, and that should have been intercepted. And I believe that's A.J. Terrell who dropped that one. Dak lives to see another down. It's a 3rd and 7 from the 27. In a shotgun set, he will take the snap. A quick throw will be caught by C.D. Lamb, who was brought down to the 17, but he has the 1st down. Officially now inside the Thunderbirds red zone. Dak back in shotgun again. Austin Bell still in the backfield, but Dak will be looking to pass. Goes over the middle, finds his man, and that's going to be a gain of about 4 yards down to the 13. And that will officially take us under 5 minutes to play in the game. Dak will line up under center. Do they go to Austin Bell here? Yes, they do. The blocking sets up as Bell jukes to the outside, breaks the tackle, and is brought down to the 10-yard line. That'll set up a 3rd and 2. which will lead to another shotgun set for the Cowboys. About 4 minutes to play in the game. He's going to send Bell out in motion. Dak will drop back to pass. He's under a lot of pressure. Breaks away from Tony George. And he finally gets rid of it, and it goes out of bounds. But that would have been a massive, massive sack. But credit to the D-line for not letting that play develop. Now on 4th and 2, do they go for it? Yes, they will. I did not know if they were going to kick a field goal and count on their defense or just go for it here. Dak back in shotgun. It'll be a handoff to Austin Bell. And Bell will not get the first down. That's a turnover on downs to the 9-yard line. That is a terrific stand from our defensive line. Now we need to chew some clock. And we're going to start with a quick throw to the outside. Caught by Dylan Kruger. That'll be a 9-yard gain. That will set up a 2nd and 1 for Toronto. Richardson back in shotgun. Will drop back to pass. Firing over the middle. He finds Dylan Kruger again for the first down. And he is brought down to the 29-yard line. Now, as a quick reminder, Dallas does have all 3 timeouts here with about 2.5 minutes to go in the game now. Richardson lines up under center. I imagine this was going to Pearson, and it is as Pearson gets stuffed and brought down. Dallas elects to not burn a timeout as we go down to the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 10. Handoff to Pearson to the outside, and Will Pearson getting close to the marker. They give him the first down to the 39 as Dallas will burn their first timeout, and it's actually an injury timeout. He's back in shotgun again. Will Pearson is the running back, and that's where we go with it. Pearson to the outside. He'll meet Micah Parsons for a 5-yard play as Dallas now burns their 2nd timeout. Just a minute 53 remaining in the game. Dallas has 1 timeout remaining, and we'll go back to Will Pearson, who will end up with the first down, and that should get us out of here with a win. We improved to 5-0 on the season. The offense didn't look near as hot as it had the last couple games, but I still think this is a little bit better of a team than we have faced so far, and we still come out of here with the win. Ben Richardson didn't play bad. Will Pearson came up when we needed him to. I'm really glad with this win. The quarterback finishes 22 of 34 for 226 yards and 2 touchdowns. Will Pearson got 18 carries for 71 yards. And then receiving, Jamison Williams had a pretty nice day, 8 for 75 and a score. Sidney Peters even came away with a touchdown today as well. Over on defense, Lyle Blue, who really came up big for us today, led the team in tackles with a total of 9. We got several sacks, 1 from Corey Bailey, 1 from Tony George, 1 from Austin Acosta, and 1 from Jalen Carter. And we got the 1 interception from Lyle Blue that was a pick 6, which ultimately ended up costing Dallas the game as the point difference was only 6 points. Dak goes 19 of 28 for 265, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. And then Austin Bell ran for 58 yards on 14 carries and a score. Dak Prescott also ran in for a touchdown. And receiving, Austin Bell 6 for 63, but Devin Stewart 5 for 91, and CeeDee Lamb 4 for 60 and a touchdown. But that will wrap up today's episode. We are off to a 5-0 start here in Season 4. And the next one we will pick up here in Week 6 as we take on the Los Angeles Chargers and deal with our bye week in Week 7. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you next time.